What's up guys, it's your boy Sonic123 here, and today I'm bringing y'all the top 5 loadouts for Rebirth Island as of right now. Now this list took hours of gaming, watching YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch streamers like Bearpick Central, Bobby Pop, Swag, Nick Mercs, and etc. to come up with this top tier loadouts for Rebirth Island. Now if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel, and please let me know y'all's opinion on the current meta of Warzone. Now, let's get into these loadouts. Now, the first loadout is the God tier loadout, which has the FAR as your primary weapon of choice. The FAR is a fully automatic assault rifle with high fire rate and muzzle velocity, which provides reliable stopping powers from long range. It has a slightly heavier recoil with slower handling speeds compared to most ARs. Although with the right attachments, you can make this gun have zero recoil whatsoever. Like, yeah, it does, but visually, you won't even notice that your gun is jumping out your hand. Now, the FAR is the best AR in Warzone right now. Many streamers like Nick Mercs and what's called Tim the Tat Man, you can see them always running this gun if they really want to sweat their butts off. Now, even after having its recoil basically nerfed recently, it still is a top choice for many Warzone players. The FAR dominates in mid to long range fights, which is perfect for players who take places like top of prison, control center, bio, and chemical. If used correctly, this gun can beat any other weapon in any form of engagements. Even guns like the MP5, which dominates in close quarters combat, you can still beat them if you have good bullet placement. If you're looking for a solid AR that can hit from all across the board and whatnot, then the FAR is most likely your best option. Now for the setup, you want to run the Groove Suppressor to help you with the bullet velocity and your damage rates, the Spetsnaz RPK barrel, so also for the range and bullet velocity, and then the foregrip, which it's a little iffy. If you want to go with the field agent, you can. And then the 60 round mag, so that way you can have more ammo, and then 3x scope, so that way you can keep an eye on your targets from afar. For your secondary, it's gonna have to be the Cold War version of the MP5. Now, the Cold War MP5 is the best close quarters SMG, not counting the nail gun. The Cold War MP5 is a full automatic submachine gun with a fast fire rate with low recoil. It has good visibility and control while firing. This gun is a good complementary weapon for the FAR, as they both boast a high TTK. This weapon excels in close quarters engagement, making it a perfect choice if you have to push the team in headquarters, living quarters, inside a prison, or a control center. Like its Modern Warfare counterpart, it has one of the best iron sights in the game, meaning you don't have to waste a slot on that sight. Now, it's, in my opinion, it's by far it's not my favorite SMG, but I would give it top 3 out of all the SMGs. Recently, it started to grow on me after I've been experimenting with the setup and whatnot. But overall, if you want any decent SMG for close quarters engagement, you most likely will want to run this version of the Cold War MP5. Yeah, the Modern Warfare one is good, but this one, there's something about how it hits differently whenever you're up close and personal with your opponent. Now for the setup, you want to run the Agency Suppressor, so that way you can get that bullet velocity in your range. Then you want to run the Tiger Team Spotlight, so that way your movement speed will be increased by 10 folds. Then you want to have the 50 round drum, so that way you can have more ammunition, and so that way you can fight more teams. And then the separate grip for your aim down sight speed, and then the Raider stock for also your movement and aim down sight speed. Now for the second loadout, we have Role Swap, which features the Milano SMG as your primary weapon. Now, the Milano was once an underrated SMG, as before its buffs, it was one of, if not the worst SMG in Warzone. But after gaining multiple buffs, this weapon has gotten so good it's ran more as an AR in comparison to its SMG status. Milano is a fully automatic submachine gun with high damage, with a slower fire rate and fair recoil. It has improved handling speeds with a more accurate hip fire spread. Now, before the buffs and whatnot, I actually like this gun kind of, but not enough to actually use it a whole bunch, you know. For the setup, you want to run this more as an AR than actually as your SMG. So have agency suppressor, task force barrel, have the field agent grip for recoil control, 55 round drum for more engagements, and 3x scope for, you know, range. Now for your secondary, you're going to be running the XM4 AR as your secondary SMG type, you know, gun. Now the XM4 is fully automatic assault rifle, has reliable damage but improved fire rate, and also it has a fair weapon control when sustaining fire. Although it's categorized as an AR, thanks to its high TTK and rate of fire, it can be used as an SMG that's efficient in close to mid-range fights, making it a very versatile weapon to be used. Although, yeah, it does kind of struggle with the fact that in most close range encounters with like guns like the MP5 and LC10 and stuff, like it may struggle a little bit, but if you get the movement down right, you should be solid. Now for the setup, you want to be running the suppressor to help with the bullet velocity, the task force barrel also for the bullet velocity and also for the range, and the entire team for speed, 45 round so you can get into more accounts, and the serpent wrap for aimed outside speed. Now for the third loadout, we have the laser beam, which features the Craig 6, aka the Craigeth of the Sixes, trademarked by Devin Hernandez. Now the Craig 6 is a full auto assault rifle with improved damage and accuracy. It has excellent weapon control and visibility when sustaining fire. The Craig is like a weaker version of the FAR, as it has the ability to beam people, but it doesn't hit as hard as most other ARs. The Craig is definitely a viable choice for Rebirth Island, especially if you're taking over those high visibility spots like prison, troll center. Now for the setup, you're going to be running the agency suppressor for bullet velocity and effective damage range, the mil spec for the same reason, field agent grip for recoil control, 60 round mag for more engagements, and then 3x optic for better visibility over the long ranges. Now for your secondary choice, you're going to be running the LC10. The LC10 is a full automatic submachine gun. It's well-rounded with excellent damage range and good accuracy. It has moderate damage with an impressive muzzle velocity and a high fire rate. This gun is definitely top 3 at all the SMGs, but not including the nail gun. This SMG can hit targets from all ranges, making it a great long-distance SMG choice. Perfect for this setup with the Craig. Like both of them complement with the range little theme going on. You know? Now for this setup, we're going to have the sound suppressor and the task force barrel for bullet velocity, the speed grip for mobility, 55 rounds so that we can get to more fights, and combat stock for mobility. Now for the next loadout, we have the all reliable starring that CR56 AMAX. Now the CR AMAX was a fan favorite go-to choice at one point in time before its mini nerfs, which caused the meta to kind of shift towards fall. The AMAX is a full automatic assault rifle. The AMAX is deadly at mid to long range, making it a solid choice for people. Although its recoil and handling have taken some serious hits, this gun is still a good choice for Rebirth Island. Now for the setup, you're going to be going like any other Modern Warfare weapon. Get the monolithic suppressor, get the longest barrel, definitely get the Commando foregrip for handling, and the 45 round mag so that way you can get into more engagements faster, and then the 3x optic so that way for better visibility at longer ranges. Now for the secondary, you're going to be running the MAC-10, which was a great gun at the beginning when it first came out in Season 1. The MAC-10 at the beginning of the Cold War integration into Warzone is the best SMG dominating the Warzone map. The MAC-10 has excellent fire rate at the cost of vertical recoil. It also has an improved handling speed with reduced damage. This SMG is definitely in the top 5 at all SMGs as high seats compared to a close quarters SMG, making it a perfect choice for this loadout with the AMAX. 2 guns that can just basically just demolish the competition. Though it's not the same as it used to be, it's still a good, solid choice. Now for the setup, for the MAC-10, you're going to be running the agency suppressor for bullet velocity and range, and the task force barrel for the exact same reason, and the field agent grip for control so the gun doesn't just jump out your hand, 53 round drum so you can fight more teams, and the serpent wrap for aimed out sight speed. Now for the final loadout, we have the kings of modern warfare, starting off with the Ram 7 as your primary weapon. Now the Ram 7 is a modern warfare assault rifle that only truly came into the meta competition around season 3 of Cold War, where many content creators found out it was actually a good viable AR. Now this AR excels in the mid-range category, which makes it a good choice for a map like Rebirth, where most of the engagements are either mid to close range, especially in the areas like prison and whatnot. If you get into a close quarter engagement with this gun, you can probably demolish unless they have like an MP5. Then you're pretty much screwed from the get-go. Might as well go ahead and hang up the coat because you're not going anywhere, my dude. If you're looking for a solid AR that can handle those mid-range combats, then the Ram 7 is probably your go-to choice. Now for the setup, you're gonna have the monolithic suppressor for bullet velocity and range, then the Ranger barrel because it's the longest barrel. Then you get the Commando foregrip for recoil control, tac laser for aimed out sight speed, and then you gotta have lastly the 50 round mag so that we can fight teams left and right. Now for the secondary, you're gonna be running the sniper that's not even the sniper, the Kar98. The sniper needs no introduction. It is by far the best of the best, even for a non-sniper gun. It's actually a marksman rifle for modern warfare that's been dominating the competition for a very, very long time. If you're looking for a sniper that's not really even a sniper and allows you to be quick and fast, then the Kar98 or like the Swiss are probably your go-to choices. Now for the setup, we're going to have the monolithic suppressor for the damage range. Then you're going to have the tac laser for your aimed out sight speed, the sniper scope to obviously snipe, then the stippled grip tape so that way you can aim down sight a lot faster, making this a better quick scoping sniper. Then the sport cone so that way for the same exact reason, though you can replace that with like focus or fully loaded if you need to. Well, there you have it. These are the top 5 loadouts for Rebirth Island. Now, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe for more content similar to this, or just for any more gameplay videos on different weapons that I'll be going through and whatnot. So yeah, thanks and stay awesome, guys. Peace.
That's why you gotta kill the shit to go crazy.